Howdy folks, and welcome to episode 10 of the Let's Play of Stellaris, which we are playing as Plantoids. We're playing in Ironman mode, so there's no list of save games for us to choose from, except of course the one that we've got already. So I actually had started clearing out some of the space which I have control over of any space aliens. Now there are a few more systems here where I've got some space aliens in. I will be clearing those out during this episode. And I also will be expanding my fleet itself, whilst also making sure I can actually get access to some additional worlds in the galaxy. I just finished some research, so I can actually allocate new research projects here. Ooh, there's some interesting ones I got there. Naval capacity would be an interesting one, but I think we're gonna go for... What does this do here? MOB breeding program. By breeding space MOB in captivity, we can program their symbiotic flagella to act as an organic strike craft for our navy. Oh, that's quite interesting. MOB strike craft. It will fit in a huge slot. Is that correct? Armor penetration, shield penetration. Interesting. It looks like they will actually be acting as a huge fitted entry. What I want to go for at the moment is just the naval capacity upgrade, and at the meantime I also want to allocate research towards engineering. I'm going to go for this option here, which gives me access to a new resource. Not sure how that resource will actually help me out at the moment, but let's see. I've got some science vessels ready for me to be deploying again here. If I'm not mistaken, I have got some science I can do here. That ship at the moment is busy surveying the system itself. I've got a construction ship ready here. There's an Oscox ship here as well, it looks like. Alright, so what are we going to do now? We are actually going to go back to our fleet here. I'm going to clear out the next one from that system there.
Anomaly found. Construction complete.
Let's research it. Perfect. So Lav. In Lav we should be able to build additional ships. Now last time we looked at this, these were 81 and now they've dropped down to 73 because we've now got an assembly line or an assembly yard over here. So we're not going to even get close to our naval capacity at the moment. Just because each individual ship just... I think it's only taken up... Yeah, it only takes up one naval capacity slot. So we push these two again. So individual resources are listed on here as well. Alright, let's kick up the clock speed. Let's actually go to where our fleet is. Tracking it. So we're gonna go to Takaram. Alright, so a small short range transmitter has been located on the surface of Umik number 3A. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The mine it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still there. Cool. So this fleet here, I will move...
System survey complete.
Such that basically I will be in range of one of them, but not both at the same time.
Anomaly found.
Let's research that one as well.
Hostile fleet engaged.
It's another crystal fleet. They're able to fire already, it looks like something called missiles at me. They are engaging us. We're going to lose, I guess, that raider here.
Hostile fleet engaged.
That's 4 ships that we're engaging at the moment. Will we be able to
Hostile fleet
engage
engaged.
another one? Potentially.
Construction
How many did we
complete.
just lose? Did we lose one ship, which was one of those raider ships? A little bit of a pity, but okay, nothing to be done about that. Let's do the same as we did last time. We basically are going to detach all of our damaged ships, no matter how severely damaged they are, and these will be sent home. In the meantime, I do see that I got a ship ready here for me to add to my fleet as well. So my main fleet I will move over here. Still got a strength of 511 on there, but I do of course want to minimize any potential losses. So again, on Lav, I will build additional corvettes. A fair number, as you can see, can be built. This will take us closer to our limit, but we're not going to exceed the limit as such. So we've destroyed a Sovereign, a Sentinel, a Cohort. Actually, there were 5 units there. Wow. A microsingularity recently intersected Yumic 5, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current physical models. Further study may be warranted. Cool. So at this point we have actually completed our next entry here. So I should, in theory, be able to build additional bits and bobs here. Now, why did I never build any additional mining over there? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get these things resolved. Let's get them built. I'm clearing out this system here, and there's a lot in terms of potential in this system here. There's a hospitable world, you name it, all the key things that we need are available to us here. We've received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that called themselves the Pelicissimun Imperium. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening to communications from other empires that are in contact with. So where are these guys based? We're again on the west side of where we are. They are fanatic collectivists. They are also materialists. Let's for the moment try to keep these guys happy. They are quite big, so I'm just gonna appease them for the moment being. Okay, so our fleet here, I feel, is in a state where we should be able to... Hold on, what's this? Ah, that's one of our own fleets.
Debris analyzed.
Okay, so let's get ready. Let's move such that we can actually engage them. Perfect, 645. And of course, merge the other fleet here with this as well. The floating levers encountered crystalline entities in the Bijoual system. Using some stored energy, our ships can generate a energy pulse to basically scan the system in its entirety. So let's do so.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Ruby Crystal Sovereign, Sentinel, and 2 cohorts again.
Anomaly
We
found.
lost a ship already, unfortunately.
Situation
Quick.
log updated.
Unfortunately. Not much
Hostile
we can
fleet
do with that.
engaged. Hostile fleet engaged.
We're going to lose a few ships, which I guess is not a real big issue. Umak number 4 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved with some mineral not native to the world. Evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race, the monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely! Image them for the archives, or we're going to say they are beautiful. Make digital reproductions of the monoliths widely available in our empire. What shall we do? Let's make them available across our different worlds. The anatomically reproductions of the monolith imagery found on the curve prove immensely popular in the Ganvian Empire. Many citizens state that the fantastic anats have completely changed how they feel about aliens. Interesting, 6 people gained xenophile ethics.
Situation
Very
log
interesting
updated.
indeed. So let's basically take all of our damaged ships again and send them out for repairs. So this one here should be sent out for repairs. So we are at full strength with this one here now. So in this system itself I will be able to build, of course, my mining outposts. I will also be able to build my
System survey
research
complete.
stations. I was
Anomaly
hoping.
found.
Again, I got lots of science ships at my disposal, which I will indeed utilize here to their full potential. Building mining stations there as well. Perfect. So all of our ships here should now be ready. Of course, engage the next target. I think our next target really should be those cultist shipyards. I'm going to try to clear that line as soon as I can. We lost some corvettes in both engagements here. Accelerating the clock a little bit. Let's have a brief look at our science research. 4 months for our naval capacity increase, and the others are longer in the making.
Construction complete.
Repairs have been completed on the second fleet component here. This fleet component here is ready to as well. So again, I'm going to basically engage them and basically go towards, or I'm basically going to merge all of them, I should really say. So again, we found aliens in a system here, which is relatively close to where we just came from. Is that within our systems? It is.
Evading
We can build
hostile
mining
fleet.
outposts there as well. Let's have a brief look at the surface of our planets here. That is a science lab which I could upgrade to whatever I need. Unfortunately, it's not the type I really need here. This one though, I can upgrade to the engineering facilities, which actually utilize the full potential of that engineering research there. Let's have a look at this system here. There are a few plots we could clear, which I think would be beneficial if we did. And I'm going to build on here another basic power plant. No governor yet. That's, I guess, one of the failings I've just gone through. I should have really allocated that already. I hadn't. So let's get one of these people here ready for building more food. Actually, on this world here, I'm going to allocate a new governor. I'm going to hire a new governor here, which is going to be able to
Anomaly
do the
found.
following. Experience gain. I'm going to do the... Do I need that output? Yeah, why not? Perfect. So that should make them happier on this world now. Sweet. So we finished some research. It's basically our society research we finished. Galactic administration. I'm going to choose at least to get more influence gain. more research can be done here, it looks like.
System survey complete.
I'm going to research that, which is fine, I would say. Okay, sweet. So our fleet is up and ready here now. I would say let's engage.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Alright, let's get moving
Construction
into there.
complete.
Shattered remains of a cruiser-sized starships can be detected in a decaying orbit deep inside the atmosphere of Septum 1. It appears to have been ventured far into the gas giant's atmosphere, perhaps in a desperate attempt to escape a pursuit, only to be crushed by the atmospheric pressures. The vessel is too deep to be salvaged, but the structural scans of the wreckage have proved us with some interesting engineering data. Cool. Alright, let's kill that starbase here quickly.
Science ship under attack.
Ooh, ooh. I should have returned that back to its original orders, which was this one here. Of course, I should set that to retreat. But I won't be able to do that. I will lose the ship.
Anomaly found.
Unfortunately, so another bit of research I can do here, which is fine. The alien shipyard that has been used by the Ganvian Empire in their crusade against us. Was used by the Ganvius Empire. Okay, that's us. In their crusade against us has been destroyed. Some of the cultists were captured when their escape pods were picked up by our forces, including their chief engineer. His knowledge of the shipyard's advanced technology has proved quite valuable. Unfortunately, we also learned that the cult's charismatic leader departed the shipyard several weeks ago, and his new flagship, a more powerful variant of the alien ship they reproduced, military intelligence is working on pinpointing the location of this vessel. She will be found, of course.
Situation log updated.
Alright. Oh, lucky us. We didn't lose anything. Well, let's send her in for repairs. As you can see, a fair number of ships actually have been damaged severely. Nothing to be done about that. And we have, unfortunately, lost a scientist here. Let me just make sure that all of these are set to actually escape upon finding any systems with, of course, aliens in there. Apologies. Anything else I could do here? I got... That would be, of course, an interesting one to go for already. So I'm going to basically split off again those damaged units. Of which there are a fair few, as you can see. Yep, that's it. So these I will send through for repair. And the remainder still a good decent strength of 515. And I'll actually use them to clear that system there. Well, this system here, I should say, because it's got just that mining ship and everything. Lost a scientist.
Construction complete.
Unfortunately. We finished the construction on the planet here of some facilities. I can actually upgrade this building here, which I will do. Can I do the same on other worlds? Or not yet? Why can I not upgrade this yet? Now, we're leaving there. Kind of probably explains part of it. Alright.
Construction complete.
Science vessel is ready here. Construction ship is ready here, and I can actually build some research stations here. Set to evade still, which is good. Bartim, number 1, frequently experiences massive and extreme violent storms. Storm systems in its atmosphere. Several dozen persistent storms are visible from orbit, with winds often reaching speeds in excess of 700 miles per second. Is that meters per second? Miles per second? Meters. The cause of these storms is not immediately apparent, as we have found nothing in the planet's climate model that would explain them. Our scientists are interested in studying this anomaly. Cool. I think it would be wise if I start building a few more ships again. Perfect. So that should be a whole raft of those additional ships becoming available. Battle class Corvette. Oh, there's 2 different designs in here now. Okay.
System survey complete.
So first I'm going to engage those ships there. So ships are being repaired. Let's at the same time actually upgrade all of these to the very, very latest design. So what does the latest design actually contain if I have a look at this? So in terms of weapons, they got the small blue lasers, small fission reactors, small deflectors. And for the rest, it all seems fairly standard. Okay. So what kind of ship is it that we got in here? Down there. Ah. Okay. Cool. Science vessel is ready for us to do something with again. So down here we should be able to survey this with a relatively small risk associated with it. 15%. I can't do all of them at once, it looks like. I do want to basically get additional research done here. I'm just going to build those additional research posts. There's some debris that we can actually analyze here as well, which we can track on the map. Perfect. Let's get this done.
Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log
Deep space
updated.
reconnaissance probes have picked up faint subspace emissions in a star system consistent with the drive signature of an alien ships used by the Ganvius Empire. The cult's missing flagship is the most probable source. We should send forces to search this system as soon as possible. That ship and its charismatic master are too dangerous to leave at large. Okay. So is that this system here? No, it doesn't say, does it?
Situation log updated. Research complete.
Let's take a brief look at this and then engage
Hostile
the
fleet
system there.
engaged.
So find the flagship. Finish some research, so we can basically now select what we're going to do next. I'm going to go for the fusion missiles, I think. Yep. Didn't lose anything, luckily, which is good. Okay, to track on map. Is it this system here? Must be.
Situation log updated.
Perfect. So again, I'm going to merge these two. I'm going to deselect that one, and I'm going to split off all my damaged ships, which only seems to be one ship, which is perfect. Instead on Lav, I'm still in the midst of building additional bits. And unfortunately I can still not construct the building I was looking to build there. So on Lav I was going to build more corvettes. Perfect. Just jumped. And because of that, we just lost some ships. Well, didn't lose them. We basically just didn't merge them at this particular point in time. There's clear evidence that the massive space battle took place in orbit over Umik number 4 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface of one side of the moon is pockmarked with craters from stray weapon blast, and a scan from the drifting leaf has picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are in a very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have been substantially in a testament to their advanced design. The Science Officer Front of Burgundy is preparing an expedition to sift through these. They are the talks for any valuable
Situation log updated.
Good. Also you should. So let's do that research project. So this system here, we can build some additional research. Outposts. Any other systems at the moment? Yes, that one here. Should be able to build more mining outposts there as well. And I should be able to merge these into one. Same goes here again. In the meantime, let's actually start moving into that system here. Cultist ship. So you have found us at last. No matter. My disciples are more than willing to give their lives for the future of the Ganvius species. I am that future, in case you didn't realize. When we have dealt with your pitiful forces, my holy flagship shall carry me to the Landvis Primus, where we will at last cleanse our homeworld of the unbelievers. Interesting. How powerful is their ship? Really? Really? And I kind of was thinking that would be a difficult one, but yeah, okay, it's still going to be not the easiest one. We will lose potentially a few ships, but look at that, how quickly we took that out. Our forces have managed to disable the flagship of the Temple of Unity. Its weapons and engines are no longer functional, but life support systems remain stable. We should prepare for a boarding action, and due to the large number of armed cultists within the ship, a significant number of troops will be necessary to secure it. Okay.
Situation log updated.
So this fleet here, I will split off the damaged ships again. As you can see, there's a fair number of damaged ships on there. And this fleet here have one transport ship in orbit. How do you get a transport ship? This just, of course, are troop transports. Kind of makes sense.
Special project complete.
The team under Scientist Officer Front of Burgundy has finished their expedition on Umik number 4A and returned to the Drifting Leaf. Thankfully, the starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels advanced our research in certain fields by several years, and they are yet things to discover. A permanent scientific outpost in orbit would be a great boon to our starship engineering efforts. So we basically gain experience, plus we gain engineering research points. Cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so that's still not in our range, unfortunately. I wish it were. Construction ship is, where is it now? here. Okay, perfect. So this fleet here is still guarding it. So these guys here are en route to the actual mothership, or the battleship that we had there. Once we get there, I'm just accelerating the clock to get to the highest possible speed here.
Debris analyzed.
Why is that one moving faster? Ah, that's not, of course, transports. These are transport. Those are just additional ships that we basically have built. Alright, so transport ships are en route. Almost there.
Research complete.
We are boarding the cultist flagship at the moment. We finished some research. We finished the scan as well. So we finished the plasma thrower research. We can now, of course, pick up some other bits, like let's increase our energy storage capability here, for example. We can now also get a power hub. Yep, that's the one to go for. So our boarding is progressing nicely. 75%, 80%, 90, 95,
Special
98.
project complete.
After slowly fighting our way deck by deck, our Marines have finally eradicated the last pocket of resistance on the former flagship of the Temple of Unity. A few prisoners were taken, as most of the zealous cultists prepared to throw their lives away in futile suicide attacks. The cultist leader was found in the vessel's bridge, killed by his own hands, or her own hands I should say. At long last, it looks like the Temple of Unity has met its end. Our engineers have restored power to the ship's engine, and it has been pressed into service with our fleet as the dawn of creation. The vessel should be brought to a spaceport as soon as possible for more permanent repairs. Ooh, cool. Alright, let's get her home. Let's get these guys,
Debris
well, not necessarily home,
analyzed.
but at least to our home system here. Probably not really what I wanted to do, is it? I want to basically break off my new ship, which is a damaged ship, which is this one here. I want to send that one for repair. But this fleet here, I probably want to reuse to engage that system there. So at least I can basically start utilizing the potential that's within that system here, even though I might not have been able to scan it as of yet. Anyways, great time for us to call an end to this particular session. Thanks again for joining me. This particular session we have been able to clear, of course, the last bits and remains of the actual cultist, and we of course have been clearing additional systems, expanding our actual resource inputs and so forth. So that's the end for today. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye bye.